TYF took its name from Tour de Velin, a converted windmill where we started that business 25 years ago in St David's on the southwest corner of Wales. And we started life as an adventure business, taking people to play in wild places in nature. And it's since diversified to work in retail, education, accommodation, and my area, which is helping government and business find different ways of doing green things faster on a bigger scale. The biggest things, I suppose, that we've done are about 7 or 8 years ago we became the first business in Wales to be carbon neutral, so we offset all of our emissions through the carbon neutral company. And 7 years ago we signed up with a charity called 1% for the Planet. Through 1% for the Planet, since then as a business owner I've given away the equivalent cost of a Porsche to environmental charities, and it's by far the best thing I've done, and would far rather do that than own a Porker. And in addition to that, we've been working on things like in our retail business, shifting our entire supply chain to only buy from people who do good things. So we work with a clothing company, Patagonia, for instance, who are the world's leading retailer in that space. And we've eliminated about 1/3 of our minibus journeys by restructuring the way that we deliver our adventure activities. We reduced energy use 30% last year. Big shift towards using public transport wherever we can for meetings. And this year we're going to be introducing a scheme where we give a conditional lifetime guarantee on all of our products to help customers make the things that they buy last twice as long, thus reducing their footprint by 50%. Our cycle to work scheme ends up with healthy employees, so they work better because they're in better shape. But the more important thing is that by taking a leadership position in the area that we're working, across education and adventure and the way of business modelling, is we now get people knocking on our door from some of the biggest businesses in the world saying, can you come and help us make change happen faster and at a greater scale? And the other thing that's lovely is that almost on a weekly basis now, I get paid by customers to come and tell stories about my business, how it works, why it works. I'm here today for nothing, which is great, and I spend a lot of my time doing that. But I get paid to go and market my business to people who are likely customers. That's a great way of doing work. So what's next for us is a couple of big projects at home. We've been working with a local farmer of 5 or 6 miles from St David's, setting up an accommodation base for 250 kids can do a combination of understanding food, nature, ecosystems and adventure on a converted farm right on the coast, which is an amazing project. We're doing a new undercover campsite, a project we're lobbying for to get across Wales, where every child between 11 and 15 gets to work on real issues real time when they're in school. For me, the best learning has come from working and sharing and playing with people who are not doing the same thing as you. So don't just work with people in your industries. I've learned a huge amount by working with others. I think it's critical to get plugged into social media to really understand how things like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter connect people across that, bearing in mind half of the UK's population, all of the next generation of workforce is doing that. So really understand the value of that. I think there's something about not being afraid to set unreasonable goals. What my experience is, the more unreasonable your goals are, the more likely you are to get people helping you. And the other tip is to get people around you in a network supporting you, get politicians, business leaders, community groups, crossing the sectors and working together on shared interests. And that really creates a huge amount of value. But most of all, recognise that the journey's not easy all the time, but that's okay. It's not easy climbing hills all the time. And if we do keep going, the speed of progress we make in a couple of years and look backwards will surprise many people.